Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. So lawmakers in Congress have finally passed the $1.2 trillion bipartisan infrastructure bill. And now Nancy Pelosi has decided to put President Biden's social spending bill on hold. Folks, we have a lot of information about the fourth stimulus check that you want to know. So you want to be sure to stay until the end of this video to find out the latest news about the fourth stimulus check. And don't forget that this Friday, I will be announcing one winner of a free $300 Amazon gift card. And if you want to enter to win, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel, share this video with your friends and family, and give this video a like. Now folks, Congress has passed a $1.2 trillion bipartisan infrastructure bill.
Well, I'm really excited about this infrastructure package, and it represents the largest investment in infrastructure in our entire lifetimes. It'll make a real difference in the lives of everyday Arizonans. Stuff people might not think about, like expanding broadband so we have faster and better connected internet. But also things like wildfire suppression and prevention and dealing with drought, making sure that we have a lot of water storage.
There are other tools in the arsenal that we have to deal with other countries at an appropriate time. I will talk about it, that we can get more energy in the pipeline, figuratively speaking. And I don't start off with any assumption that I can't get anybody to vote for anything. And so, I mean it sincerely. I think what's going to happen is we're going to see what happens in the Senate and whether or not I need only Democratic votes, which is likely, which is a likely outcome. And the question is, can I get all of those votes? This is a process. And all along, you told me I can't do any of it anyway. From the very beginning. No, come on, be honest, okay? You didn't believe we could do any of it. And I don't blame you. Because you look at the facts, you wonder, how's this going to get done? But I think there's a dawning on the part of a lot of people, whole elective office, that if you get some of this done, things are better for them as well as everybody else. And I'm sure there's some calculations saying, well, Biden gets this other bill and he's going to be moving too fast and it's going to hurt, the Democrats are going to be doing too well. That's why I think we have to try to figure out how to make the case across the board as to, there's a lot of things we have to tackle yet. So.
Mr. President, have you gotten assurances from moderate Democrats in the House and Senate that they are going to vote for your Build Back Better plan now that what they really wanted, the infrastructure bill, has passed?
I'm not going to answer that question for you because I'm not going to get into what made what commitments to me. I don't negotiate in public, but I feel confident. That we will have enough votes to pass the Build Back Better plan.
Mr. President. To what extent did the election result help propel this bill to the finish line? And how were you able to bridge the gap last night between moderates and progressives?
Well, I'm not being specific with the answer I'm about to give you, but I'm not going to be a prognosticator and make a judgment of how the election could or would have been different. Each state is different, and I don't know. But I think the one message that came across was get something done. It's time to get something done. Stop talking. Get something done. And so I think, again, that's what the American people are looking for. And I think it's a legitimate, and when you ask how we were able to bring things together, well, look, all kidding aside, I believe everybody in the process is entitled to be treated with respect. And I've been doing this kind of thing, doesn't mean it's not all me, but I've been doing this thing my whole life. I've been able in the Senate to put things together when people say they couldn't be put together just by making them.
And it's delivered on a major pillar of Biden's domestic agenda after months of internal deliberations and painstaking divisions among Democrats. Now everybody, the final vote was 228 to 206. In fact, 13 Republicans voted with the majority of Democrats in support of the stimulus bill. And though 6 Democrats voted against it, the bill now heads to the president's desk to be signed into law. Following hours of delay and internal debating among Democrats on Friday, including calls from Biden to persuade progressive members of the Democratic caucus, the bill might be approved. What are your thoughts on President Biden so far? And what are your thoughts on the fourth stimulus check? Do you believe that President Biden is doing a good job in helping out the American people? And do you believe that he will get the stimulus checks approved and sent out before the end of the year? Tell me in the comments below, everybody. Now, the legislation passed the Senate in August, but was stalled in the House as Democrats tried to negotiate a deal on a separate $1.9 trillion economic package. And that's another key component of Biden's agenda that many Democrats had tied to the fate of the infrastructure bill. Plus, the legislation will deliver $550 billion of new federal investments in America's infrastructure over 5 years. That's including money for roads, bridges, mass transit, and airports and railways. The package includes a $65 billion investment in improving the nation's broadband infrastructure and invest tens of billions of dollars in funding for electric grid and water systems. Another $7.5 billion will go to building a nationwide network of plug-in electric vehicle chargers, according to the bill text. Biden called House Nancy Pelosi just before midnight to congratulate her on the passage of the infrastructure bill. On the call, Pelosi thanked Biden for his help in getting the bill over the finish line as well. Pelosi said it was her intention to vote on final passage of the infrastructure bill and the economic package known as the Build Back Better Act. Instead, early Saturday morning, the House passed a rule that will govern debate on the Build Back Better Act on a party line vote. That's before adjourning for a week-long committee work period. People expressed confidence that two bills would pass on Friday. Pelosi indicated that they would solely move the infrastructure bill amid pushback from moderates, that a separate economic agenda bill needs an official cost estimate. I want to know your thoughts on Nancy Pelosi and the fourth stimulus check. Do you believe that she's doing all that it takes to send out the fourth stimulus payments, or do you believe that she is holding back our stimulus checks? Tell me in the comments down below, everybody. So now many of you are wondering what the status of the fourth stimulus check is. Well, nearly 30% of American adults still had trouble paying usual household expenses as of early October. That's as the harm of the economy and livelihoods from the crisis continue to take a toll. After coming down from its peak in December 2020, the share of households encountering hardship ticked up again in May as the impact of the third round of stimulus checks wore off. Americans still struggling from the crisis should be helped by extending the Affordable Care Act subsidies and enhance earned income tax credit for low-wage earners. Now, if new legislation passes, families can also look forward to help with childcare and elder care. The Build Back Better framework will extend the enhanced child tax credit, and it has been sending families monthly payments since July. Although the extension is only for 1 year, and not to 2025 as the White House had called for, the change making a tax provision fully refundable would become permanent. Everybody, what are your thoughts on Congress? Are they holding back the stimulus checks from being approved? And do you believe that they can get the job done and send out more stimulus payments this year? Tell me in the comments down below.